And of course, I need to hit the go live button on YouTube. Okay, I think it's set. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's Zume here again. And yeah, you can definitely hear me, but you probably can't see my screen. I don't know why, but OBS always kind of freaks out when I'm playing this game. It always shows a black screen until I tab back in. I wonder if that's just like the Epic Games launcher or something. Um, I don't know. I'm a Steam fan myself, and I have a hot cup of Victorian blend tea. Ah, that's good tea. And yeah, hopefully I sound okay, but to kind of recap what I'm doing today, it's part 4 of the playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade, Reckoning of New York, which is a visual novel that came out in 2024 based in the world of darkness. And yeah, from last thing I remember the stream a few days ago, we started after talking to Eli Sansaric, and then we kind of went looking for like a private eye and got some information from a what do you call him, Nosferatu, named, actually I don't remember his name, but he's like an info broker, and he kind of pointed us out. We kind of did a little heist where he broke into a circulatory system blood bank and got some, like, I guess copied their database and handed to him. And we learned that Kali, who is the main character, her sire, Renard Cassell, has a whole dossier on him from the FBI Special Activities Division. And he's been doing some really sketchy stuff. And apparently is associated with someone named Vitra, who is like, a very scary vampire in New York. And what else? Oh, and then we had to go back to the Camarilla, which is kind of like the unofficial vampire government. And we talked to them, expecting, like, oh, we didn't really find the sire who everyone hates for some reason. When I say the sire, I mean Renard Cassell. Because they're like, hey, if you don't find him, we'll cut your head off. But fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, we ran into an incomplete, like a raid by a bunch of vampire hunters on the Camarilla of New York, and we were able to warn them just in time to survive. During the raid, I believe, what was it? The sheriff's partner, deputy, I guess Julia, she had her arms broken. And the vampire hunter who almost killed her shot Podrick in the head. And Podrick's kind of the guy who's been following us around as like a watchkeeper. I don't want to say watchkeeper, caretaker. Yeah, he's been our caretaker, making sure we don't get up to no like create funny business. And oh yeah, last episode we learned that Podrick is Malkavian, so he hears voices and he wears a ring that helps quiet the voices down. And sometimes the voices are of the future, and sometimes they're just schizoid voices. So he has some questionable, how can I say it? Questionable sanity. And after the raid on the Camarilla, we were able to escape. I think we leveled up or something because we got a new skill point, which I put into stealth. And then we went to some hideout, I guess like a place called like Elysium, which I guess is like a new Camarilla hideout that was under construction. And the sheriff believes we might be behind the raid, so he locked Podrick and Kali in the basement. So, yeah, that kind of sums up everything that happened over the last episode. So, let's hop right into it. Night 5, the Judgment. Judgment. And I will end the night. Yes. Night 6. Okay. December 2024, 2 nights till New Year. Yeah. Sorry, just the reverb on those voices kind of messed with me. I actually looked around my room right just now to see if if there was like water leaking or something. Um, the chill of concrete, pitch darkness all around, and then voices, distorted, frantic whispers piercing the silence. A cocktail of discomforts. A cocktail of discomforts. Jolts me awake from the abyss of undead sleep. Ooh, I guess that's a rough night's sleep. Never want to be in that position. In that moment, the bitter truth of last night's mayhem hits me like a falling tower. The assault on Elysium, the countless casualties, the absolute chaos. Okay, so now they're saying, okay, maybe Elysium was the original Camarilla hideout, and then whatever we're at, it's the new Elysium. I guess Elysium's wherever the Camarilla's hanging at. But my eyes don't take long to adapt. I turn in the direction of the voices and spot my cellmate, my partner in doom. Podrick's perched on the few steps leading down into our cell, huddled up against the basement door like he's becoming part of it, eavesdropping on the racket outside. Looks like I'm the real sleeping beauty around here. If he's listening to something, maybe I should listen. I tune my ears to the outside, catching only bits and pieces of the commotion. You've got a much better chance at eavesdropping from here, Callie. It sounds like there's how would you put it, a shitstorm brewing. Think we're gonna get caught up in it? You tell me. He slides over, freeing up some space for me by the door. I lean in and press my ear against it, ready for some juicy vampire audio drama. You basked in your own authority, lean, blissfully ignorant, a damn epitome of ivory tower behavior. Tread lightly, Sheriff. You're addressing your superior. Superior? By what measure? Do you truly see yourself standing above us all, Helene? Above those who met their final deaths last night? Kane's gone. Isling's in torpor. Julia barely slipped through the jaws of that many-headed beast, but many others found no such luck. This is the heavy toll of your negligence. Tell me, how many times did I suggest relocating Elysium? Perhaps we should seek to de-escalate. Spare me, Arturo. I want to hear it from her. Kadir, you've been so detached, you don't even know. Had I not anticipated such a disaster, securing havens and employing safety protocols in advance, where would we stand now? The tension is like a thick fog, creeping under the door and enveloping both Podrick and me, leaving behind a sour sting in the air. This is what happens when you fail to prepare. The dire outcome of inaction when action is crucial. This disaster wouldn't have happened if you had simply done your job. Had you stayed hidden, heeding my directives instead of meddling with mortals. A juvenile excuse, matched by an equally juvenile assessment. You were warned, repeatedly, that the mob with their pitchforks and torches wasn't sitting idle. Yet you ignored the matter and insisted on throwing bodies at the old clan instead of fortifying our lines. Ridiculous. The old clan? Oh, the Seismisi. The dragon. That's who Vitra is part of. Ever since the debacle with Callahan, you've been unraveling, Helene, succumbing to stupor bit by bit. with your harpy puppeteer blind to your decline. Harpy. The domain herald or harpy knows everyone and all their secrets and will share them with others for the right price. Harpy is an originally negative epithet, but some wear it with pride, knowing that the role of information broker is valued in any court. I wonder who's the harpy. Oh, Mr. Arturo. How dare! Oh, shut it, Arturo. It's common knowledge. Everyone and their sire knows it. A moment of silence depends upon the room, or descends upon the room. Kadir, the masquerade. Spare me that old refrain. The masquerade ends when the dance floor is engulfed in flames. And the quelling those flames was your responsibility. My role is to prevent the fire from starting at all, or to extinguish it swiftly when it does. Instead, under your command, I'm just a latecomer to damage control, while you bash your head against the sesame sea wall. You're well aware of our reasons for prioritizing Vitra. We were gaining ground. Were we, Helene? Vitra remains unyielding, unapproachable. She just decimates our envoys and clings to her ill-gotten domain like her monstrous namesake. We're clueless about her motives and alliances. It's clear she's quietly executing her plans, yet so far none of her schemes have threatened our interests. Does this shadow play really outweigh gunfire on our streets? Even from the distance, I can tell Panhardt's been thrown for a loop. If we paid heed to the purge of the thin bloods, to the unaccounted kindred deaths beyond our circles, we would have uncovered leads much sooner. Larson's destruction was a glaring warning, ignored, because you dismissed him as nothing more than a farce. And now, the failures regarding Reacher are mine to bear? He scoffs loudly. For weeks we've known our true adversary was well organized. That alone should have set off the alarms. But the scale... He starts pacing, rapidly losing his cool. Curse it, Helene. We had Aaron Fletcher in our sights 2 full nights in advance. The evidence was compelling. The strategy laid bare. This catastrophe was entirely avoidable. Fletcher. The very notion sounds ludicrous. I know, right? But when you really think about it, the distinct sound of a lighter igniting breaks the tension for a moment. Man, Julia and her cigarettes, they're bad for you. I wonder if can a vampire actually, like, I don't know, do they feel anything when they smoke a cigarette? Is it just, are they stuck in a state? He's a charismatic multimillionaire, totally ostracized by the public for his extremist beliefs, notorious for spouting the wildest shit. And the rumors about gun running, spot on, according to what I've dug up. Plus, he's got his hands on some top-tier tech, which would certainly help in his obsessive hunt. His deep pockets and sheer zealotry are what's keeping this whole circus afloat. Ludicrous as it sounds, the pieces align perfectly. As the court argument dies down for a while, I throw Podrick a confused look. He mirrors it, though he manages to appear more collected. Then a chilling clarity descends upon me. The influential mortal mentioned in the circulatory system documents. He's the head of the hunters who are terrorizing New York. Could it be... I'll let Podrick say it. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Fletcher's the influential mortal Renard was in cahoots with. Please tell me I'm wrong. Unfortunately, no. Damn. The deeper I dig, the further I dissociate from the person I thought I was. Am I the idiot here, or is Renard really the fucking incarnation of deceit? Either way, I'm devastated. Oh my gosh, those little whispers start freaking... They're so eerie. Just then, the court drama starts back up, yanking me back to the present. I press closer to the door, straining my ears again. What do you propose, then? A booming thud signals the introduction of Kadir's fist to some innocent piece of furniture. There's a time for courtesy and a time for heads to roll. I call for the latter. We must crush this mob, snap their pitchforks, and smother their torches. And for that to happen, Erin Fletcher must die. Panhardt's quiet surrender says it all. She's out. Damn, Podrick called it. The tides are shifting. Valerie, mobilize our forces. Remind them that caution is paramount. The streets have yet to be cleansed. And reach out to Torque. Is that wise, Kadir? The potential fallout of the Anarchs turning on us seems disproportionate to the benefits. We've skirted around the edge of peace for far too long. I'm not taking any chances. Besides, we need to put their allegiance to the test. Speaking of which, we're currently hosting one in the basement, along with another matter that needs attention. I'm sure our mediator would make for a fine messenger too, but we have to sort out the issue of his companion. Enough. You bring them here now. Understood, sir. I jerk away from the door, its cold surface suddenly burning my hand. Shit. Fuck. Out of nowhere, I feel Podrick's hand on my arm, steadying me with what's meant to be a reassuring touch. It's not unwelcome, just unexpected. Take it easy, Kali. We'll get through this. Man, Kali is always, the pessimist. I guess this is the least... Yeah, no, it's over. I'm fucked. Didn't I swear to stick by you? I plan on keeping that promise. All the things we dug up, we've got enough evidence to shut them up. Trust me, just... His words are cut off by the screeching of the basement door. That goon I ran into my first night outside Elysium pokes his head into the cell. They're waiting for you upstairs. His eyes so full of pity, like he's looking at someone already doomed. I sag, completely drained. Podrick gives the goon a nod and heads out. Reluctantly, I trail behind. Ah, yes, the classic use of the word goon. A henchman. Yes. Ah, there we go. The remnants of the once formidable Primogen Council stared us down as we approached Kadir. He's not as wild-eyed as he was last night when he went on that rampage, but the intensity's still there. Hell, it's even sharper than the first time I laid eyes on him. He gives me a look that reeks of judgment. And then just like that, he grabs his scimitar from the rack. Fuck. Fuck. You're free to leave now, Caitiff. I take it you've lingered by the basement door long enough. Inform your barren friend of the course of action. I intend to, but I'd like to see this through. She was my responsibility, after all. Very well. Oh, shit. As you may have noticed, we're on the clock here, and I have little patience for your charades. You promised Cassell's head on a plate, and yet, here we stand, empty-handed. At this juncture, any Ravner's head would suffice to lift my spirits. Feeling the blade's edge against my neck is... I'd be shaking if that didn't require extra effort. And one reason. Give me one good reason not to take yours. Desperate, I glance at Podrick, silently pleading for a lifeline, but it's the sheriff's gaze that captures mine, gaze filled with something wild, like a storm, like an endless hunger, and... oh, deception. Fucking deception. Then it all crashes down on me, hard as a knockout blow. Oh, you sneaky fucks. You knew. You knew the whole fucking time. Kali, listen. Christ. How could I be such an idiot? Ease your wrath, young raven. No, my wrath stays. I smack Kadir's blade away from my neck, nicking my wrist in the process. Strangely, I feel nothing but a seething fury. All this bullshit with Praxis, dragging the system into it, the arms dealing. You fuckers were in the loop the entire time, using me to draw Renard out. Arturo smirks at me like I'm a joke. Julia gives a single sarcastic clap. Look at you, playing detective. Kadir looks me over, then lowers his weapon a notch. I suppose there's little point in keeping this charade up, is there, Prince? Your further attempts to degrade my position are less than welcome. Unfazed, Kadir speaks again. Indeed. Our strategy was to draw Cassell out into the open, to unveil the buyer in his arms deal. His knack for evasion has made him a challenging quarry. We had strong suspicions that he, wittingly or unwittingly, supplied the mob that ravaged Elysium last night. Given the man's reputation, it's not far-fetched to assume he would deal with the literal devil. But you're closer to him. Make of that what you will. Cold fury is all I have. I'm crushed. About Renard, about everything. Jess was right all along. That's when you entered the picture. You chose the caitiff as your caretaker. You choosing the caitiff as your caretaker was just an unexpected bonus. I'm this close to losing it. And for what? All for fucking nothing. Not quite. Your endeavor, though it didn't pan out as intended, played a crucial role in cornering Aaron Fletcher. And as for the other misdemeanors of your sire, they now pale in comparison. We've gathered what we need to douse the true inferno before us. Then why not focus on extinguishing that blaze, Sheriff, and leave the minor irritations as they are? Irritations? Really? We've achieved our aim by taking advantage of her limitless naivety. I think it's time to release her. I'm about to snap at him when Kadir raises his blade again. Knowingly or not, she was complicit in Cassell's schemes, including those that led to the assault on Elysium. In my eyes, that warrants capital punishment. I didn't. Suddenly, Podrick steps in, placing himself between me and Kadir's sharp blade. Oh, Podrick, you shouldn't have. Ease off, Sheriff. Sheathe your weapon. Reserve its sting for the true culprits. Perhaps you have a point, mediator. Frozen, I watched the blade inch closer to Podrick's skin. Kadir, cut the shit, please. Enough is enough. They were there for us last night. Look, beyond your fury, recognize Kali for what she truly is, a blind tool in the schemes of a seasoned manipulator. Her death achieves nothing. It won't deliver Cassell into our hands. It won't undo the past. It serves no purpose other than to satiate your thirst for carnage. With enough kindred already lost, there's no need to add to the body count. I'm stuck. Fucking paralyzed. It pisses me off the way he's talking about me like I'm just a pawn in their game, even if he's doing it to save my ass. But I can't even tell if he's really trying to protect me or just using me to further his own goals. Kadir and Podrick are in a standoff, their eyes locked in a battle of domination, but that damn blade hovering in the air speaks louder than any of their silent threats. The edge of the scimitar is so damn close to Podrick's neck, it's about to break his skin. Is mine or this stupid fledgling's end truly worth the fallout? Press on, and see how Torque's cooperation becomes a distant dream. That gash across Podrick's neck looks like it could open up any second. Not a drop of blood shows. He's cool and collected, the exact opposite of this hot mess right here. Oh, what should I do? Say nothing, challenge the sheriff. I guess you don't need to really challenge him. But I feel Kali probably would. Because she's pretty hot-headed. Yeah. Sheriff, my ass. You're out of your fucking mind. Kadir fixes me with a look so intense it feels like he could rip me to shreds with his eyes alone. Release her, Sheriff. Just let her go. And then Kadir actually does it. He lowers his weapon, his whole body shaking with barely contained rage. Go. Now. I get what he's saying, but my body isn't listening. It's frozen in place, still trying to process the clusterfuck that just went down. How did this? Get out before I change my mind. And never show your face in New York. Ever. Again. Suddenly I can move again, and I almost stumble from the released tension. My gaze flickers to Podrick's. There's something new in his eyes, a storm of thoughts I've never seen before. But in that storm, I recognize regret? Maybe even an apology. Who knows if it's genuine? These past few nights have been a real eye-opener about how much I've misjudged people. One thing's crystal clear, though. It's time to haul ass out of this nightmare. I stumble out into the night. My legs give out and I crash land on the pavement. Dragging myself up, I glare back at the entrance to the New Elysium. The snow's coming down hard now, much more intensely than earlier, covering the building in a thick white coat. Might have been magical if I wasn't seething with rage. Fuck this, and fuck all of you. God damn it, how could I have been such a fucking fool? They're all a bunch of liars, every single one of them. Renard, what happened to the charmer I thought I knew? Was any of that shit real? Or was it all just some fucked up joke to make me the punchline of the entire fucking universe? And Podrick? So now I'm just a blind tool, huh? Well, fuck him too. But I get his game, I really do. It's just pathetically sad is what it is. At least he had my back, which is more than I can say for Renard. Oh, poor Kelly. She just gets fucked over hard in this story. I hope Podrick gets out in one piece. No. I'm done with this city. Should have bailed the second Renard left me out to dry. My gang needs to hear about this shit show anyhow. Looks like I'm in for a long, remorseful journey. Just what I need. Might as well drop in on D'Angelo. I owe him. It'd be nice to actually follow through on a promise for once. Anything's better than lingering in this dump. The promise and the monster. Yeah, let's go swing by D'Angelo. The promise and the monster. I nearly forgot I promised D'Angelo I'd pick him up on my way out of New York. Better swing by his office. That much I owe him. I'm about halfway to where I left my RV before I remember that not only did I promise to pick up D'Angelo on the way out of New York, but that he himself asked to leave together more than once. And D'Angelo, although of unclear usefulness, is the only person in this goddamn city who hasn't lied to, manipulated, or used me. The only person I would still consider a friend. You want to know? I would call this foreshadowing. And I bet we're going to get to D'Angelo, and he's going to be like, it's too late to leave the city. And he's just going to, like, double cross us or something. Because, that's what he does. Yeah. This is what we in the business would call foreshadowing. That said, the common denominator between all of my former friends is none other than me. But I don't have the energy right now to dig myself into that pit. That's pretty self-aware, knowing that you kind of choose the friends you surround yourself with. Anyway, my best boy D'Angelo deserves to have his request honored, so I make a small detour and head towards his bureau. What I find there is not pretty. The whole space has been turned upside down, papers torn and scattered, corkboards toppled, and the bare light bulbs above the desk cracked. Oh, yeah, D'Angelo wasn't there. Now all I need him is to double-cross us. But from the lack of bullet holes, scorch marks, broken stakes, etc., I deduce that D'Angelo probably escaped before any hunters laid their grubby paws on him. At least I hope he did. Look at the paper. Let's look around. Yeah, I was gonna say, search the premise before you, hone in on something. There could be someone still here. I take a quick look around the room. The ashtray is full of squashed mini-cigs, as usual. But the mini-cigs? What the heck is a mini-cig? I thought he vaped. But the rancid smell is pretty much gone from the air. I can't believe I find myself missing it. Wait. So this dude, he vapes and smokes? Man, that's just okay. Okay, I guess he's one of those. He smokes when he's alone, but he feels self-conscious, so he vapes when he's around people. Can't believe I find myself missing it. A heap of those cheap noir books of his is also gone, as well as the bag of stuff he insisted on keeping for God's knows what reason. Interesting. Then D'Angelo left willingly, because he took stuff that no one else would really give a care about. Guess he really left, huh? Well, there's nothing for me here. I turn around and start to head out, but a small smudge on the door catches my attention. It's our code. The one Renard and I use, I mean. The symbol has been scribbled onto the door by a newbie. I can see the hesitation in the lines, but it's perfectly legible. I understand it immediately, even though it's not one I use very often. Meeting cancelled. All is well. I smile a little, seeing that chicken scratch, as I imagine D'Angelo's tracing it out with supreme focus, his stinky tobacco heater in his other hand. Tobacco heater. Interesting. When D'Angelo wheedled me into teaching him our secret language some months ago, I didn't think it would ever come in handy. I told him to fuck off the first 7 times he asked. Then finally I caved in and taught the persistent jerk a single sign and told him to be grateful. I'm so happy he remembered. Not only the sign, but also the act of writing it while fleeing for his own life. He believed I would come looking for him, like I promised. Such friends are rare these days. That is, unless the sign was written for someone else. Maybe Renard was going to meet up with D'Angelo. Thank the gods that for D'Angelo, at least, all is well. Alright, death after death. Fuck the tower, fuck Renard, and fuck my caretaker too. I'm done. Out. With Kadir pulling all the Camarilla forces, there's probably no one left to guard the only dependable thing I have in this wretched city. My fortress on wheels. My mobile haven. Got that RV, you know, that Breaking Bad bus. Time to roach out. I'm just now realizing that I've made it here. The haze is kind of lifted, yet this emptiness inside is getting any. The haze is kind of lifted, yet this emptiness inside isn't getting any smaller. If nothing, it feels like it's expanding with no end in sight. That's depression. That's just the so-called like sudden realization that you're alone, and you're going to be alone for a long time. For now, I push that feeling aside because there she stands, my ride or die, the one true escape pod from the dumpster fire of my reality. Right now, this isn't just a car, it's the getaway in our heist movie that'll blast us out of this shithole and onto the freeway of whatever comes next. Hey baby, your prodigal driver's back. Seeing the state they left you in, I'm shattered. Bunch of soulless fucks. You just don't care about anything with a spark of life, and let's be real, if one of us has a soul, it's definitely you. I'm sorry I bailed. There was some stuff I had to sort out. Trust me, you're better off in the dark. Things that happen, they would just break your mechanical heart. Interesting. But hey, we'll get you patched up good as new. For now, though, I just need you to do one thing for me. Get me out of here. I can't stay here any longer. I cross my fingers and hope they left the keys behind. The last thing I want is to rip you up any further. Oh, that'd be a bummer, having to hotwire your own car. I run past the bunkhouse wrecked by that intrusive Camarilla search and vault right into the driver's seat. Okay, it's an interesting RV. Interesting, lots of books. I didn't think of her much as a reader. Got what is this? I guess all these souvenirs. Is this oh, that's such a sad Christmas tree. It's like a tiny palm or cactus with bubbles on it. Ooh, got a guitar though. Guitar. What else? Yeah, pretty quaint. Messy. The comfort of the worn leather creaking under my weight is a small but welcome win. That feeling's short-lived. The keys are predictably missing. I look everywhere, the floor, glove compartment, door pockets, sun visor, even the seat crevices. Zip, zilch, nada. That's when I catch it. The distinct jingling of car keys. And it's directly behind me. I'm assuming it's Podrick. Looking for these, I take it. 1,000 needles jab into my brain as I struggle to respond. Did the sheriff have a change of heart about taking me out? Hold on. I know that voice. I know it deep down even if it's all scratched up. Fuck. Could it really be? Oh, it's Renard. Oh. I get how would Renard sound? Probably like a bad week, huh? Probably got a little bit of a Louisiana accent. Bad week, huh? Seriously, is this a joke? Kadir must have taken my head back at Elysium, and all this is hell messing with me. Because why else would he pick this exact moment of all possible moments to make his grand comeback? Take your time, kid. I know a lot. I know it's a lot. Take your time, kid. I know it's a lot. I can't get a word out. Seriously, why can't I speak? I've gone through hell and then some thanks to his bullshit. And now when it's finally my turn to lay into him, my voice fails me? And that smirk. What a pretentious jerk. Never again. I just can't. I can't. You didn't show up. I know. I'm sorry, Callie. You should have left me. Was dropping a hint too much to ask? Do you have any idea what I went through? That's funny. I been through. I mixed my words up. Like a few tiny marks, maybe none of this. I had every intention, believe me. But then, things went sideways. We lapse into an uneasy silence. On closer inspection, he looks like he's been through the ringer, maybe recovering from torpor or something. But his eyes haven't lost their fire. In fact, they're burning even brighter than before. You look like shit. Damn, Renard looks pretty swanky. He's got that Lestat vibe. He's got the, the comb over, the wild hair, got a cool pendant, got the long overcoat, well dressed with a suitcase. Breaking the bond will do that to you. The bond? Oh. A mystically enforced relationship between a vampire and another, mortal or kindred. Drinking the blood of a vampire directly from the vein 3 times creates an intense loyalty in the drinker, resembling infatuation or obsession. The bond loses its grip with time, but is reinforced by repeated drinks from the donor vampire. A blood bond. Interesting. Bond. What's he talking about? How's Aisley holding up? The art hole looks a little like a blast zone. It's a wonder that Moore didn't bite it last night. Did this asshole actually have the nerve to visit the Elysium ruins after what went down? The sheer fucking hubris. Marching straight into the shitstorm like he owns the place. With the whole world on his tail, ready to gloat. Wait, holy shit. You were there, weren't you? Where we almost got sniped? It should have clicked earlier. The dog. You were bonded. Famulus. An animal or a collection of creatures that are blood-bound to a kindred through the use of the animalism discipline. Bernard cracks a smile and lets out a soft whistle. Next thing I know, the Doberman I saw on the roof dashes in, wagging its tail enthusiastically, and wraps itself around Renard's leg. Oh man, as much as you hate Renard, he's a dog guy, so he's fine by most people's books. He plays with the dog as he continues speaking. You were knee-deep in shit. After that ritual, I was hanging by a thread. But I couldn't just let you croak. Our clan. We're a rare breed. Gotta have each other's backs, remember? Oh, and you're really looking out for us now, huh? Beyond your wildest imagination. As the dust settles in my mind, I recall an odd detail. Why didn't he inquire about the Tremere regen? It's not like they were close or anything. I don't think so, at least. Why the sudden curiosity about Aisling? I might have made her a promise that, honestly, I'm not planning to keep. So how's she doing? Most of the court was pretty much unscathed, but Aisling, she got hurt bad. Like really bad. I don't see her waking up anytime soon. Bernard's face relaxes. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. That's one problem we can scratch off the list. We. Does he actually think he could charm his way out of this? Not this time. He can take his act and shove it. Cut the shit, Renard. There's no we anymore. Not unless you've got a damn good explanation for all the shit I dug up. He raises his hand in mock surrender. Busted. Then he shifts and sprawls in his seat, settling into his usual yarn spinning mode. Looks like I'm going to be treated to another story, a part of our old routine that I know all too well. Listen, I know you've been poking around, trying to make sense of things. I get it, no hard feelings. Survival's the game we're all playing. Fill me in on what you've uncovered, so I can skip the boring parts. I vow to say nothing, at first. He's lost the right to boss me around, but then, just like that, I'm an open book. He always had this knack, this uncanny ability to crack people wide open. Beats me how he does it, but damn, he still got it. So yeah, I spill everything, well almost. Gotta keep some cards close to my chest just in case. I tell him that the tower nabbed me over stuff I was clueless about and that I threw him under the bus to buy some time. He nods in silent approval. He'd pull the same move in my shoes. And I bring up Podrick. Oh, so the little rascal who's been tagging along is that caitiff peacemaker, huh? Why, you know him? Not personally, no. Just aware he's out there taking shit from both sides. Yep, right between a rock and a hard place. How's he been for you? Look, it wasn't even... What I mean is, it's not fucking relevant anymore, alright? It's your story, kid. Spin it the way you want. I quickly push the thoughts of Patrick to the back of my mind. Don't need that distraction right now. I tell Renard that the circulatory system is hot on his trail. All thanks to a leak from the freaking SAD. His lack of surprise irks me, and I fill him in on Jessica, on what she thinks of him. Jess has always had her issues with me. We're like oil and water. But she never turned down the chance to cash in on our schemes. Read into that however you like. Anyway, it's a relief to know she's doing okay. I skipped the bit about bumping into Eli Sansaric. Something tells me that's intel best saved for later. I question Renard about the arms dealing. Why even go there? Isn't our usual trade pulling in enough dough? And why with the mortals? Is it really related to the uptick in hunter activity? He gives a thoughtful pleads for patience. A virtue I'm running low on, but I bite. Finally, I bring up Vitra, the Tarkus on the Hudson. I make it clear I'm aware she's a force to be reckoned with, a genuine danger, and that Renard is involved with her in some way. It hits me mid-rant. I've been shouting the whole time. I lash out accusing him of keeping me in the dark, of not trusting me, of using me. But then I start to cool off. Unloading all this really did help. But my fury still burns strong. You really went the extra mile, kid. I'm impressed. He gives the dog another look, his brain obviously writing some kind of grifter's calculus. Alright, let's cut to the chase. You're in this as deep as I am, whether you like it or not. But you deserve the full story. So grab a seat. We're in for the long haul. He slings his legs on the table, settling into a narrative groove. Yeah, I've been working with Vitra for over a year. All those covert ops you've been running on the dark web, Vitra's fingerprints are all over them. I bite back my anger. Its time will come, just not now. It wasn't overnight, but I managed to get on her good side. I'll spare you the details, but let's just say it involved ferrying herds of mortals to her enclave on the Hudson. His voice takes on a hint of gravitas. What a prick. And then there's Armin Aaron Fletcher with some serious firepower. The Aaron Fletcher? How? Fletcher, the tech mogul, so it's true, but... Oh, that guy's a whole other story. Reacher manipulated him like a puppet, setting up his daughter's death to ensure he caught her lackey red-handed, and then saw the hunter who had been conveniently led there. It played out just as she predicted. A major hunter assembly fueled by Fletcher's drive and of course his deep pockets. It worked a bit too well for my liking, as you probably noticed. I cast a glance at my healing wounds. Yeah, I've noticed, asshole. Fletcher's antics have turned the city upside down these past months, wiping out thin bloods, destroying a handful of kindred, rekindling the feud between the Camarilla and Anarchs, even drawing the attention of the feds. What the fuck, Renard? Why would you agree to fuel this chaos? It's a strategically controlled chaos, kid. Something at which Vitra excels. She's playing the long game, and her aim is to grab the city by its throat. It can't be just that, right? Your smile is sincere for once. It also reassures me that I haven't lost my mojo. It's all a smokescreen. She's after another prize, an ancient blood vial, currently in the possession of none other than the SAD. Crazy, right? But here's the kicker. He leans in, icy blue eyes gleaming. This isn't just any blood. It's from Zapathasura, the Zapathasura, our clan's antediluvian. Zappa who? So now you're a history buff? To be honest, I never had you down as someone who'd be into history. Hold on. We are gonna take a quick break while I go grab another cup of tea. Be right back. Hold on, I'm going to... Okay, I am back. So let's hop back into it. Ooh. Okay, to be honest, I never had you down as someone who'd be into history. This isn't about history, kid. It's about the future. Our future. Okay, nerd. Gosh, Callie is so what is it? Irreverent. Uh, what is this? His famulus? Famulus. His famulus cozies up to him, staring at me with relentless intensity. Gotta admit, I've a soft spot for that dog. Yeah, Dobermans are cute. I get kind of lanky and tall, but they, they're very friendly. If they want to be friendly. Once I got close to Vitra, I bet it all on getting tasked with the heist. She got resources, but still, it's a direct strike against our kind's most formidable foe. But hey, impossible heists are my speciality. She must have said yes, otherwise you wouldn't be here dumping all this drivel on me. He grins, oozing cheap soap opera villain vibes. That's right. And here's a nugget for you, something I've kept under wraps. Of course you did. There was a motive behind it all, Callie. No point in sharing dreams that feel out of reach, fantasies just out of grasp. That vial, I had my sights on it long before you came along. I knew it was somewhere on the East Coast, but Richa pinpointed its exact location. Let me be clear. Sharing the blood was never part of my plan. Wow, what a shocker. I'd be offended if he was actually going to let Ritra have it. He falls silent, lost in thought. It's rare to see him like this. Normally he'd snap back almost instantly. But not this time. Something's different. I was there during the week of nightmares, you know. Watched our clan nearly get erased, all at the reawakened hands of Zapathasura. I'm one of the survivors, and let's just say it left scars. Feels like shit. I'm actually sorry. Don't sweat it. There's water under the bridge now. But that's precisely why I'm doing all this. Whatever Reach has planned for that vial spells doom for us. And we're on thin ice as it is. I won't stand by and watch. It's up to us, our clan, to carve out our destiny. That vial could be the key to pulling us back from the brink, ensuring we don't just fade into obscurity. You seriously think you can outplay her? The same kindred who sent New York into a tailspin with the flick of her wrist. It hasn't been easy. Reach is sharp. Before sending me on this mission, she bound me to her blood to ensure my loyalty. Is that what he meant by breaking the bond? It was torture. Every plan I devised, her visage haunted me. Took me a while before eventually I managed to concoct a plan slick enough to deceive her. So, where's your big win? He scrunches his face like a child robbed of his toys. That's the kicker. Last night, just as we were set to breach the Sad Vault, Fletcher threw a curveball by attacking Elysium. That goddamn mess put everyone on high alert. Had agencies scrambling to lock down their assets. The SAD decided to haul their stash out of the city. Classic, right? There's a catch, of course. So what's the twist this time? Are you gonna tell me the President of the United States is one of us and you're teaming up to wreck the economy, ditch the feds, and snatch the vial along the way? Oh, it's way simpler than that. Here's where it gets interesting. The SAD's rolling the convoy out under the New Year's fireworks, while everyone's eyes are glued on the side. While everyone's eyes are glued to the sky. New Year's chaos is our cover. Everyone's gonna be looking the other way, popping champagne, while we pull off the heist of the century. I've laid the groundwork, but we might need to improvise. That's where you come in. I sensed this was coming. The way he spun that story, I know his tactics all too well. I need someone sharp, someone with a knack for thinking on the fly. Someone who doesn't just follow the script, but rewrites it. That's us, Callie. That's us, Callie. We'll dance around Vitra's thugs and snatch that vial right from under their noses. So what do you say? What do I say? Fuck you is the first thing that comes to mind, but I keep quiet. I'm at a total loss. All I know is I want to punch him so hard his head ends up in his ass. What he did, I don't think I can ever forgive him. He's proven himself to be so utterly selfish, yet part of me can't deny that his insane scheme sounds exciting. Think about it, Callie. It's not just about doing the job. It's about proving we're the shit, fulfilling our true destiny. Suddenly, it hits me like a ton of bricks. The truth of my dear old sire. He's a master manipulator. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's a murderer. The kind who wears white gloves, flashes a grin while weaving a web of lies, cheats effortlessly if it were his right, and coldly sheds blood when it suits his agenda. A gaslighting crook ready to rescue his child, only to betray her when she's no longer useful. Damn, he really is kind of like Lestat. Just a kind of douchebag. How could I have been so blind? So ensnared in the illusion of daddy knows best? Well, the joke's on me. Sorry, I'm just bobbing the tea, letting it, or I guess what is it called? Bobbing the little teeth infuser up and down to get it to infuse. Well, the joke's on me. But it's over. I'm not that person anymore. No more playing the gullible child. It's time to carve up my own path. And who knows? I just might beat him at his own vile game. So you in? What do you think, asshole? He flashes another one of those smug smiles that makes my blood boil, but I can handle it. I think you see the bigger picture. I think you've got the strength to put up with me a bit longer. I get your anger. It's justified. Let's do this last job together, and after, if you want me gone from your unlife, so be it. I've got a few questions first. Understandable. Fire away. You didn't show up. I just can't get why you didn't give me a heads up. Had me thinking you were permanently out of the picture. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd make it. The rituals of blood sorcery, they drain you, leave their mark. Blood sorcery. Unlike other disciplines, blood sorcery is a power that does not develop organically. Instead, it is developed by being taught or through research. This craft is unique to the Tremere and Banu Hakim, and they still argue who created it first. Was it thaumaturgy, as the Tremere call it, or quietus, according to Banu Hakim? The Tremere may use their abilities to inflict powerful attacks on their opponent's body, or ease their feeding by drawing their blood into their mouth without touching them. In a similar fashion, the Banu Hakim may use their blood sorcery to turn vitae into poison and use it as a weapon, or learn secrets from others' blood. I see. I feel like the Tremere are cooler because they can do like blood bending. That's pretty cool. Blood bending's cool. He shivers as he says that, possibly for real. Oh, Renard, that sly trickster. Again with the rituals. What the hell are you talking about? There's no way I could have managed any of it with Vitra's image constantly invading my thoughts. I had to shatter that blood bond, and timing was key. Otherwise, Vitra would have been tipped off. But, well, now I get it. Aisling. You made a deal with Aisling to break the bond. You've got it, kid. What is she getting out of it? The vial, obviously. So that's why he was all giddy about Eileen being in a torpor. Makes sense. Have I quenched your thirst for knowledge? I used to find his bullshit captivating, irresistible even, but I'm a changed kindred now. It's a lot to digest, I get it. No rush, kiddo. Decide in your own time. It's all up to you. If you're in for the ride, catch me tomorrow night, 2 hours before dawn. We'll meet at our regular Chinatown haunt. I'll be waiting for you. He gets up and strides towards the the back exit, his famulus trailing dutifully behind. Remember, whatever you choose, we're still solid. Good seeing you, Kali. Take care. Yeah. The moment he's gone, I collapse onto the steering wheel. My thoughts are all over the place. I mean, jumping into this is clearly idiotic, isn't it? But the prospect of pulling over a major heist sets my whole body abuzz, overpowering my better judgment. Oh, would you want to be a city mouse or a country mouse? Kali's clearly a city mouse. Go out in a blaze of glory rather than a whimper. Damn, my mind's a mess. Time to clear my head and figure out where to crash for the day. Hopefully, Mato won't mind me bunking at his workshop. Okay, she's doing that. Friends and places, main quest. I'm such a mess I can't even put together one coherent thought. I need a rest, and the only place I can think of is Mato's. But without Podrick around, I wonder how welcome I'll really be. I mean, we kinda... Wait. I'm not even hungry, so no point in it. Yeah, it's been there's been hunters everywhere, so if I don't need to eat, then I'm not gonna eat. So you weren't just bragging, huh? Wait, no. When I did Motto, what was his voice? So you weren't just bragging, huh? He's like a real New Yorker. Motto gives my RV a thorough once-over, his gaze tracing every line and shadow. There's an unmistakable hint of desire in his look, but he keeps his hands to himself at least. Is really something. Do all Ravnos roll in style like this? Oh, I'm not doing Motto's voice right. What would it's really couldn't tell you. There aren't enough of us to keep tabs on each other. Motto falls silent. This sort of deep contemplation doesn't match his brawny exterior, but it's clear he's genuine. Otherwise, I might have sassed it off. Is it true what everyone's whispering about Elysium and all? Yep. He backs off when he sees I'm not keen on sharing more. He's a rare one, this Motto. I should get going, but just one more question. Shoot. Is Patty okay? He's fine. Last I saw him, he was fine. Dodged the worst of it, luckily. I can feel the relief washing over him. I sincerely believe Patty doesn't deserve your friendship. Oh, gentle giant. All right, then. The garage is yours. Get some rest, Kali. You look like hell. I'll do my best. He gives a nod as if tipping an invisible hat and walks off, but I'm left feeling like I missed something crucial. Motto. Yeah? Thanks. Really, I owe you one. Forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah. That goofy grin of his lights up and he disappears into the building next door. Yeah. Cool Motto. Mechanics are always cool. Now it's just me. At least the small mechanics are cool. That own their own shop, yeah. I thought cruising around the city at night might untangle my thoughts. Instead, it's knotted them together even tighter. Every sensible part of me wants to cut and run, to leave all this madness behind. But then there's that impulsive side that's been leading the charge since day one, convincing me there might just be some merit to Renard's crazy plan. If being a Raven has taught me anything, it's that snap decisions tend to work out for me in the end. I'm not going to decide anything right this minute. For now, I'm out. I'll see where my head's at come nightfall. That's a good idea. Always sleep on big decisions if you can. I don't know. I feel like sleeping on it always gives things better. Damn, this dude looks like Blade or something. He's interesting. It's like a sheer shirt with a collar. Oh man, his eyes are really red too. What are these? Are they like hands or claws? Interesting uniform. I'm begging you, mistress. None of us saw that coming. It's just, maybe the lad's wrong. Maybe we shouldn't trust. Silence. Mistress, I find no reason to doubt that bewildered boy. He may speak with defiance, but his hunger for what I've offered him is too great to be ignored. It is a bitter pill to swallow, but we've indeed been outmaneuvered. You shall bear the brunt of that mistake, and that you can be certain. But now is not the time for groveling. We must act. What should we do? You and those other imbeciles remain integral to the scheme. Maintain your roles. Pretend that nothing has changed, and be utterly convincing. Once you secure the item, dispose of the others. All of them. All of them. Oh. I wonder if that guy's like some secret FBI agent or something. Hold on. Me. Okay. Oh, and night. Yes. Night 7. In a whole week. December 2024, New Year's Eve. I guess one more day until we get the heist. Oh, New Year's Eve. That's literally... I literally have to make a choice now. I thought we would have a couple nights. It's literally one night. In spite of last night's paralysis, the second my eyes open, my mind's already made up. I'm just wired to follow my gut, to be driven by impulses, the good, the bad, the totally random, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm jumping into the fray. I'm backing Renard not because I'm still hung up on him or because it's some noble pipe dream he has for our clan. Hell no. I'm in it purely for the thrill of the new. It's pretty much a death wish, but screw it. Comes with the Ravnos territory. Who the hell is knocking on my RV? Callie, you in there? Get out here fast. Oh, it's just my kind host. What choice do I have but to oblige? Bado, what's going on? Look, Callie, I'm really sorry, but you need to leave. Now. Did I mess up or something? He looks all twisted up, like he's been on high alert since last night. Nah, you didn't. It's just, some serious shit hit the fan and I only just found out. Staying here ain't safe for you. Is it bad? Is it that bad? It's a goddamn disaster. I would grill him for more, but his disaster isn't my circus. Not anymore. I've got other places to be. Give me 5 and I'm out of your hair. Thanks. It's for the best, really. Hit me up in a few months, yeah? Once everything's cooled down. Oh, hey, Dime. What's going on? Good to see you. Just, playing through, the Masquerade still. I think it's close to the end, though. Because it's New Year's Eve. Doubtful. I'm planning an outcast now, and I wasn't planning on a return trip either. This place is a magnet for bullshit. I see. That's too bad, really. But, in case you change your mind... We'll see. Stay safe, Motto. He gives me a frantic nod, his mind obviously racing someplace else. What the hell are the Anarchs up to? Yeah, whatever. I'm out. First things first. I'm gonna drive my baby back to that isolated parking spot from before. I don't think the Camarilla's gonna be that interested in getting my RV again, so she should be safe there. It's also night 7. Seems like a place they'd end it. Yep. Next, a rendezvous with Renard and his endless drivel. I hope he's at least cooked up a plan that doesn't require my final death. Yeah. By the way, I've encountered Renard finally. He is, how can I say it? Very charismatic. I'm gonna do everything I can to get that vial, and then we'll just see just how good I really am at surfing through sheer fucking chaos. Alright, we're gonna do the heist. Burning Man. Renard's a ruthless conman, willing to lie, cheat, and kill to get his hands on Zapathasura's blood. But as insane as it sounds, there's something undeniably thrilling about being part of the heist to end all heists. And I can't deny I'm alive for the thrill. I'm a daredevil after all. Oh, daredevil. Oh, you're in the, what is it, Hell's Kitchen 2? I show up early, way too early. I tell myself it's just my usual routine, checking the perimeter to make sure there aren't any red flags. Old habits die hard, I guess. I'm on the prowl, eyes peeled for any sign of a trap or anyone looking for trouble. I scour the place for our secret messages, desperate for something that yells, "Collie babe, this one's for you." Then I grab the best hiding spot I can find, slip into the shadows, and settle in to wait. And wait. And wait. God damn it, where is he? I pace restlessly while the infamous clock of Tribeca Tower mocks my naivety. Minutes to hours, and I start feeling like a complete moron waiting for he who never shows. Getting stood up by your own, I guess, master feels bad. Deja vu slaps me in the face hard. Same shit, different night. Well, maybe the gritty Manhattan backdrop adds some flavor to the bitterness. Hardly a week goes by or gone by, and here I am, repeating my mistakes, except now I'm willingly blindfolded, fully aware of the shitstorm I'm marching into. Damn, I'm too wired to think straight. Why the hell would Renard ditch me, especially when he's the one who asked for my help? Unless he played me again. Which would make me the queen of fools. Makes no sense though. No fucking sense at all. After another half hour of fuming, I start walking around randomly, hoping to bump into him just through sheer luck. Turns out, I should have bailed earlier, because the asshole did leave a hint after all. My search was just half-assed. He tweaked some old hobo signs, mixing in just enough of our code to make it barely noticeable. It must have been a rush job, or I would have spotted it way sooner. The sign that usually means free medical help now reads, "This is a decoy. Head this way." It's pointing towards Times Square. God, there's something about this whole situation. Something I've missed so much. It's not the sign itself, it's the person behind it. The familiarity in those messed up strokes. The sense that it was meant just for me. I loathe the thought, but it wraps me up completely in this twisted sense of home. My clan's perverse idea of belonging. Memory of Renard. Focus on the damn job. You're a pro. You rule your emotions. They don't rule you. Remember that, kid. I snap out of it, give myself a couple of good refreshing slaps, and shove that yearning, the ache that brings nothing but ruin, back into the furthest corners of my mind. Renard's own damned advice finally clicked, so at least there's that. I head for the subway without a second thought. I've got a direction and just a sliver of time to brace myself for whatever's down the road. Oh, dang. Wait, has Kali's outfit always been like a crop top? Dang, that must be cold when it's snowing. Yeah, I would say that'd be very, how can I say it? Suspicious. Someone wearing a crop top in the snow. I find him waiting in an alley a couple of blocks away from the Carnegie Hall. He's strutting around with that smug grin of his, showing off his perfect teeth. It's a miracle his loud overcoat doesn't drown out the New Year's Eve celebrations. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. My sire, the king of bullshit, just as infuriatingly memorable as ever. Seems they chose the spot carefully. It's shockingly quiet here. Whatever's planned, it's clear they want to keep any uproar around the convoy to a controlled minimum. Everything feels so mundane aside from the distant sounds of revelry and the view of the Times Square ball. The moment Renard senses me nearby, he turns around and gives me an aggravatingly casual salute, signaling for me to come over. I thought it was like a cloak. Yeah, he goes with the overcoat. Yeah, he's got this kind of like Johnny Depp Lestat vibe to him. Very interesting. Alright. Knew you wouldn't let me down, kid. Sure you did. I spot 3 other kindred with him, all dressed in black and gray, radiating this weird aura that seems to pull the shadows closer to them. Vitra's goon. Evening, ma'am. Mr. Cassell. The trio fans out on Renard's signal, scoping out the street. I stand my ground, arms crossed, ready to vent my irritation when he comes over. You don't know Thomas. Honestly baffled you haven't bumped into him yet. That guy's all over the shop. Thomas? What is he, the Greek god of assholery or something? Nah, it's just his alias. Smells like something from a Blake Blow poem. He's all about that esoteric horse shit. The red overcoat is very on theme. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. He has that, the very charismatic manipulator kind of dude. Very old, willing to throw people under the bus. I let the silence hang for a while, trying to figure him out, but he's more of a closed book than ever. So all these guys, they're Vitra's crew? He pauses, mulling over his answer. Some of them, yeah. I drop my voice to a whisper. Can we trust them? I wouldn't trust them with a bottle opener. Trust? Who said anything about? His gaze sharpens, annoyance flickering across his face. Doesn't happen often, but I've seen it before. Getting cold feet, Callie. It's all or nothing with me, you know that. Either you get fully on board and trust my lead, or we're done here. I give him a hard look. I just don't think these guys can actually pull it off. They'll manage. Plus, they're La Sombra. And that means shit in general. But tonight, they're providing the digital offense. Any kind of modern tech goes haywire around them. Makes us nearly invisible to smartphone cameras. That's either incredibly risky or downright brilliant. And Renard is rarely off the mark. Well, that's cool. The shadows can't be detected on, tech. Still not clear on what I'm supposed to be doing. He locks eyes with me for the first time since we met up last night. Gone is any hint of the warmth I remembered, replaced entirely by purpose. Chilling, undiluted purpose. It scares the undead shit out of me. I need you to be yourself, Kali. That cunning, sharp-tongued performer I embraced under the glare of that burning effigy. You've got this. Trust me. I wouldn't bet against you. Better be a damn good bet. His grin, phony as a $3 bill, somehow eases the tension. We just sit there for a while, soaking in the moment, a rare thing for our clan. Part of me aches to trust him. Damn, he's making it incredibly tempting. It would be so easy, so soothing to let down my walls and shove all my skepticism aside. It would hurt a lot less. But I can't let myself go there. Not with everything that's gone down. I've got to stay sharp, keeping my defenses up, always on alert, especially against him. What about hunters? Okay, let's get the convoy deets. Got any intel on the convoy? Number of vehicles, level of security, that kind of thing? Based on what I've gathered, they're rolling with just one lightly armored van, unmarked to stay under the radar. Expect the driver and the right-hand man up front, with a backup car or two to follow, all trained for combat. He cuts himself off and quickly rises to his feet. You'll have to figure out the rest as we go. Shit's about to go down. Just then, I catch a signal from one of the La Sombras. The convoy's about to approach. Come, let's give those folks the show of a lifetime. Slipping back into my old self feels like putting on a worn-out pair of jeans, familiar and comforting. But you know, all the places they pinch. So even as I'm chafing, I pretend everything's the same, like we're just two old pals, him teaching, me learning. There's still some twisted respect there, I admit, but I'm not blinded by his bullshit anymore. This is the only way I can pull this off. That's my secret to keeping a poker face even when I'm drowning in this sea of lies. Perhaps to truly discover myself, I had to vanish into the chaos first. Now I see clearly. I'm Kali, a Ravnos through and through. I'm my own damn self, not some puppet on strings. Let's fucking do this. By the time I get back to Renard, he's already in full swing, working the fast-growing crowd. Hey Faith, how's it going? Good to see you again. Ladies, gentlemen, if I may have your undivided attention for just a moment. Yes, you too, big guy. I need you all to be part of this. Without you, there's no magic. He pauses for dramatic effect, casting his gaze around, and somehow everyone immediately turns toward him, fixated on his captivating gestures. I just got back from work. Oh no, the accent is back. Yeah, I figured Renard, he's got this, like, Lestat, Gambit kind of smooth talker vibe. At least he looks like it, and in the way they've portrayed him, so I figured that the southern accent would do it. What the actual fuck, Renard? Thought we were aiming for low key. Hang tight, kid. Let the maestro do his work. He weaves through the crowd, pulling in the stragglers with his charm and dazzling them with quick finger tricks. I catch sight of a few smartphones coming out, but 2 of our La Sombra crew are on it, sticking close to ensure all recordings end up a grainy mess. Woof woof. Tonight, we're diving headfirst into the unknown, an expedition of wonder. Are you with me? There's a resounding, hell yeah, I keep my own lips sealed. To the fine folks gathered in this crazy, beautiful jungle, tonight you're the keymasters to the secrets of the universe. But I gotta ask, are your minds open? Are you prepared to question everything you've ever believed? The crowd's lapping this shit up. We're just puppets to the rules, the laws of physics, moral codes, you name it. And let's not forget ordinances, the chains of our so-called society. I bet you know exactly what I mean. Especially you, sir. Yes, you in the cashmere vest. You look like you've got at least a couple of unfair parking tickets to your name, am I right? The joke's lame as hell, but the crowd laughs anyways. But what if I said, fuck the rules tonight? What if I showed you the truth so wild it breaks every damn law and paves the path to true freedom? In a second, my beautiful assistant and I are gonna blow your minds with something that's been years in the making. It ain't a simple trick. It challenges what we accept as reality. So one more time. Are you with me? The crowd's buzzing, which gives me a moment to jab Renard in the side. Jesus, Renard, this was your master plan? Working the crowd? Come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer. You'll love this. You're the headliner after all. Our spectacle, it's your call. You've lost your goddamn mind. We've rocked this shit before, Cowley, loads of times. It's gonna be legendary. Trust me. I won't trust him. Thank you very much, but even though I act pissed, I'm secretly buzzing with excitement. I know exactly the kind of magic we're gonna work tonight. What is this? Fata Morgana, the Grand Mirage. I guess. We're rolling with the 223. Okay. That's our shorthand for the trick's complexity and style we're about to pull off. It's his brainchild, so he gets the message right away. With a little twist, though. I trust you know what you're doing. Of course. I'm going with my gut. He nods and hypes up the crowd even more. Now, my friends, we're going beyond illusion, beyond mere tricks of the eye. This is real magic. The kind of magic that makes matter reform and change at the flick of the magician's wrist. Tonight, we're gonna blow the lid off what you've always known. The shit the government buries to play us for idiots. Tonight, we'll make the impossible possible. So please, give a round of applause to this brave heart, who has volunteered to be the focus of our upcoming journey. I slip into the role of the trick subject, my current mood adding a touch of reluctance and irritation, my nods heavy with theatrical impatience. A journey of truth, tearing down the facade of our world. A journey in which my assistant will command the very essence of the universe itself to bend to her will as easily as a blade of grass bends under the power of a hurricane. It's a spectacle not of trickery, but of transcendence. Forget the smoke, Mirrors, CGI, or any hidden tricks. Tonight, we're diving deep with just our collective psyche and the sheer force of the mind, bending the reality of compact dimensions. Not yeah, there wasn't a lot of whole lot of choice. Yeah, it was kind of just gotta do it. The 223. He spins the bullshit, flailing around me in what looks like a mystic ritual, urging everyone to join in an idiotic effort to make me vanish. Oi, Raven, that's sad. They're here. I jerk my head toward him. That dumbass from Veecher's gang is pointing at some plain van rolling up, shadowed by a dark sedan, both jammed up thanks to our street act. Oh, so his like, I guess Renard's plan was to jam the street up to block the convoy. He's clever. Renard spots them and smirks like he just won the lottery. You good to go, kid? Yeah, let's fucking do this. Knock their socks off. Make sure you grab everyone's attention. I nod, stepping forward with my killer smile, arms raised and drawing attention as I drop into a graceful bow. Ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between, I dare you to raise your eyes to the sky to witness the miracle of bright nights and rushing tides. My hand shoots up with a mesmerizing flourish, pointing at the crescent moon, and all the eyes in the crowd follow as if led on a leash. I almost faint when new and still untamed power surges through me. The power of exposing what is seen out of the corner of one's eye, what is omitted and forgotten, what is uncanny and frightening. And before the very eyes of the curious onlookers, a sliver of the strikingly pale moon grows within the boundless void, as if pulled out of the cosmos, inch by inch, by an unknown force, until it shines down brightly on the gathered crowd. I would have smirked if I wasn't so focused on maintaining the illusion. No, not maintaining, pushing it further. I wave my hands in an exaggerated movement stolen bit by bit from an old anime I used to obsess over as a kid, and let out a wild, unhinged scream. What? Callie likes anime. Oh, nice. Blood Moon, heed my call. Reveal your true colors. Those are kind of cheesy lines, but I guess if you're trying to sell an act. The moon shimmers against the ocean of ink, starting to fade back into the sprawling darkness until it doesn't. From top to bottom and left to right, its pale glow stains with a swiftly deepening eerie crimson. Callie is a chuny 100%. Chuny bio. Yeah, she is. The way she talks, very, very, very chuny. By the time the hungry red completely consumes it, the crowd's on edge, borderline scared, uncertain whispers ripple through, bouncing from lip to lip, but I'm not done. Now fall! My hands twist in the air, reaching up as if to grab the moon, trying to pluck it out of its eternal nest and hurl it onto Mother Earth. The moon pulses high in the sky, then starts to grow and grow and grow, like a comet, like a meteor, like an impending doom. The crowd shudders, shielding their eyes, and then the moon vanishes like it was never there. First there's silence. Then the crowd realizes every billboard, every conceivable screen along the street, instead of playing an ad for the latest top-shelf water saturator, seems to be showing the image of my illusion. The televised blood moon, now streaming, $6.99 per month. Okay, that's pretty cool. And she's doing that in Times Square? Yeah, that would be one hell of a, stage act. And then everyone goes wild. I watched the reaction from just beyond the crowd, unnoticed by the captivated onlookers. Nobody saw me slip off the stage. Nobody except Renard, who shoots me a nod of quiet acknowledgement. Okay, so her twist was putting it onto the teleboard, or what is it? The billboards. Teleboards? I think they're called teleboards. Unseen, I meld back from the shadows just beyond the crowd, unnoticed by the captivated onlookers. Only then does the tension slam into me like a truck, nearly sending me to my knees. It worked. It fucking worked. I sigh, a pointless reflex, but it somehow resets my inner balance, even as this nagging unease, this dread of screwing up, continues to slither up my spine. I clench my jaw and stand my ground, locked in, fully alert. Alright, I'll see you soon, Nine Dime. Renard's got the crowd worked up past the point of no return. The La Sombra trio scanning every corner, watching the Sad's van like a hawk's. That van, so plain and unnoticed, carries a vial of vitae so ancient it challenges all logic. Do those agents even know the significance of their cargo? Sad. Special Affairs Division. A rare breed of mortals with insight into our hidden world, spearheading the crusade against all evil. Hmm. I wonder if the FBI has like a division like that in real life. Kind of like, what was that uh, TV show? Warehouse 13? Just like a secret group of government agents who know all these secrets. It feels like some messed up fairy tale. But hey, I used to say the same shit about vampires, didn't I? Yeah, yeah. It's all fake and made up fairy tales until it's not. Then you're like, ooh, yeah, that's pretty spooky. The agents step out, the driver leading the way, shotguns at the ready, their gazes laser focused on the mob. They're beyond pissed. The driver attempts to disperse the crowd, screaming his lungs out, but it's like shouting into a black hole. They're stuck deep in their own heads thanks to Renard's manipulation. Can't you see? We just started, and here they are breathing down our necks trying to control us. Trying to fucking chain you up. Are you really gonna let that happen? Are you gonna let them rip your freedom away just like that? As if on cue, the crowd starts booing the convoy's guards, who are totally lost trying to make sense of the chaos. In the midst of it all, the La Sombra trio moves into place, smoother than shadows. I'm on edge, jittery, waiting for my moment. So, what are we waiting for, people? Let's tear them a new one. With Renaud's words lighting the fuse, the crowd explodes in fury, closing in on the guards who are frantically trying not to pull any triggers. Ooh, that would be scary for the guards, having a whole mob coming on you, and yeah, you can't shoot into that. The other two agents in the sedan are completely overrun, trapped by the seething mob. Renard gives me a signal and melts into the crowd, beelining to the van. Weaving through the crowd, I make my way toward the driver, gently pushing bystanders aside with finesse and resolve. It doesn't take long before I spot a promising-looking key swinging from his belt. I edge closer, focused and driven, though the exhilaration almost betrays me. My hand barely shakes with excitement as I grasp the key, but the agent senses the slight tug and instantly turns, our eyes meeting in a silent standoff. Oh, we're gonna use the powers. I'm nobody. Jedi mind tricks. Don't sweat it. You've got bigger problems, buddy. The agent, strangely sane given what just happened, nods and turns to fend off the increasingly aggressive crowd. I make a swift exit, not sticking around to see how it all plays out. I head to the van. With the key in hand, I could just snatch the vial and run, but a firm grip on my shoulder stops me. Nicely done, kid. Now hand over the key. Oh, is Renard gonna double-cross me? I think he would double-cross his own child. His gaze is chillin', void of warmth. Let go of me. We're running out of goddamn time. Look at the crowd. You wound them up way too much. I know. Give me the key. I'll get the vial as fast as I can. Before I can even snap back, he's already darting towards the van. My hand is suddenly empty. I try to give chase, but the throng of people swells and effectively blocks my path. The nagging unease slithers up my spine yet again. Feels like a damn century, but finally, Bernard stretches out of the van holding a wrapped-up bundle close to his chest like it's the Cullinan diamond. Alright, I've never seen the Cullinan diamond. I'm going to Google this really quick because it sounds kind of interesting. Cullinan diamond. Cullinan diamond was the largest gem quality rough diamond ever discovered, weighing 3,106 carats. What's carats to grams? Carats to grams. So what is it? 3,106. Oh, 621 grams. So that's like a pound? Okay. I thought it would be bigger. The biggest diamond in the world is about the size of like a hand size, like a fist size stone. Yeah, it's like a fist size stone. Yeah, I always thought a diamond could be bigger, but like in movies where they go underground and there's like diamonds the size of like skyscrapers or something. because that'd be pretty cool. All right, back to the story. I'm waving like a maniac, trying to get his attention, but he straight up ignores me. I yell and try to break through the wall of noise. And just when I'm about to, a shotgun blast tears through the din, a deafening silence in its wake. Panic fractures the crowd. The sad agents finally comprehend the clusterfuck, but it's too late. Tharmas and his Psycho Lasombra crew rip into them, removing any chance of retaliation. It's pure anarchy. Then Tharmas, that crazy bastard, turns on Renard with a snarl. The other Lasombras pounce on the other agents who have just managed to stumble out of their sedan. And me? I'm just standing there, paralyzed, completely fucking useless. Amid this mayhem, the Times Square ball illuminates the night with vibrant colors as it nears the end of its descent. It's weirdly gorgeous. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen. My voice falters. Renard. He was everything, my maker, my mentor, my shield, the supreme overlord of bullshit. But now, when he looks at me, there's nothing there. I don't know who this person is. Maybe the Renard I thought I knew was never real to begin with. Wait, is he gonna drink the blood? Don't. Renard, don't. His gaze jumps from the vial he's clutched into Tharmas, then to me, and then he's gone, dashing towards Central Park, just fucking off and leaving me stranded. Oh yeah, he's gonna betray her. Typical Renard. Again. Yep. I finally shove my way out of the crowd, barely noticing Tharmas and one of the other Lasombra goons in pursuit of Renard. But I'm not really focused on them. No, it's because the last Lasombra is coming up at me, eyes screaming, "I'm gonna fuck you up," against the backdrop of the bloody sedan. Is this the kindred equivalent of staring down the barrel? I fight back as hard as I can, but he's just too strong. He slams me to the ground, his eyes burning with a wild frenzy, hungry for my final death. I close my eyes, steeling myself for what comes next. It's close. I can sense it. My reckoning. Oh, there's a title drop again. And then pain. Excruciating pain like a blade carving through my cheekbone, burrowing toward my brain. But the oblivion doesn't come. Instead, the heavy weight of a motionless corpse pins me down, oddly comforting, like a big, warm, chunky blanket on a winter night. My eyes snap open. The Lasombra thug, his head a gory mess, rolls off me in slow motion. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Guess the same bullet that obliterated his skull must have missed my cheek, too. The sidewalk next to me erupts with a deafening blast. I'm up and running before I could think twice, not even glancing back because it's clear that SAD isn't fucking around. They've got snipers ready to pick me off. The crowd's thinning, but there are enough people left for me to slip away. I'm heading straight for Central Park. Ooh, Central Park. And with every step, wrath grows within me like a tidal wave, stronger and more vicious than ever. Ooh, we're in... Yeah, the music's kind of a vibe. When the sounds finally reach me, the outcome of the pursuit is obvious. Renard's on the losing side. The only breaks in the sickening rhythm of soft, fleshy impacts are his agonized groans. Ugh. I edge closer, stepping from shadow to shadow, careful not to land myself in a similar shitty scenario. When I finally see him, holy fuck. Renard looks like hell. Legs broken, nose caved in. That smug grin of his has been wiped away clean. A few dark stains show where the damage got too severe. His vitae, now still, painting the dimly lit pavement. And then there's Tharmas, flaunting the prize that Renard was so desperate to get. Now firmly in his grasp, mockingly dangled just outside of my sire's reach. He carefully unwraps the cause of all this ruin, holding it up to catch the moonlight. The relic of my lineage, essence without form, Zapathosura's blood. All that chaos over this little thing. Seriously, Cassell, your pathetic bloodline doesn't justify such defiance. Honestly, it's hard to argue with that. Blood looks mundane, just slightly darker and thicker than the regular stuff. But there's more to it. An elusive, intangible allure. Something hypnotic. As if it's whispering to me. Give it to me. Give Another sickening sound, another bone gone wrong. This time his arm twisted like a corkscrew. The wound could heal quickly, but gods, he's a wreck. And I feel nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tharmas quickly stuffs the bundle back into his jacket and signals his Lasombra goon to keep an eye on Renard. Then he grabs the machete, the same one Renard magically whipped out against him not too long ago. The thought of diving in to save my sire barely tickles my brain, then disappears before I can even consciously squash it. Time to wrap things up, eh? Cassell. Go fuck your... Even in the faint moonlight, I see his teeth scatter through the air and disappear into the fluffy snow. Dang, he just got his teeth knocked out. Nice. You know, Vitra wanted me to officially thank you for all your efforts before putting an end to your sorry ass. But, yeah, fuck that. We're short on time. Bernard manages a laugh, although it sounds strange, wheezy. Surprisingly, it doesn't feel like a laughter of resignation. Oh, hey, Nine Time. Welcome back. What's so damn funny? Suddenly, a massive Doberman launches straight at Tharmas, knocking him down toward me. The dog snaps Tharmas's neck with a vicious bite that's nearly surgical, and his head rolls gently away from his body. Okay, I'm not sure if a Doberman could, like, you know, bite someone's head off. That'd be kind of wild. Yeah, that would be like a Doberman from hell. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. A massive Doberman, like, you know, even if that was like a 150-pound Doberman, snapping clean through a grown man's neck, let alone a vampire's neck, I don't see that happening. Yeah, it has to be like some magical vampire dog. I'm pretty sure Tharmas saw me before being decapitated, just didn't have the chance to rat me out to his buddy. Bernard's machete falls close by. I pick it up, almost unconsciously. It's nice to feel something tangible in my hand. It reminds me that what I'm seeing is real. The ever-present New Year's Eve's lights glint off of its blade. The music from Times Square amps up, drowning out all the sounds in the world. Bernard's poor, loyal mutt doesn't make it. The other Lasombra goon finishes it off with a swift, lethal strike, and the dog's departure is marked by a soft, regretful whimper. Shame. I had more affection for that dog than its master. Aw, poor doggy. Never even had a choice. Armus was pretty big too. Exactly, he was the head of the Lasombra goons. Vitra trusted him, it seems. The goon makes a move for Tharmas's corpse, going for the vial. I don't even blink, don't pause to think. I just let loose with the machete, pouring every ounce of strength into one strike. His head hits the ground with a thud, his body crumpling right after. I can't feel my legs. Can't feel my legs. Oh no. Bernard catches my eye but keeps his mouth shut. Whether he's physically unable or just doesn't want to speak, I don't know. It's not like I give a damn. I grab the bundle and peel it open, holding the vial up to the moonlight. It looks underwhelming. How could such a simple thing spark so much madness? But this aura it gives off, power, potential, risk, lineage, the threat of eternal demise. This could brighten the future or spell the doom of my entire clan. Golly. Fuck. His voice barely cuts through the buzzing in my ears. The numbness has spread from my legs. I can barely move my fingers. Even my eyelids feel frozen. Golly, hand it over, please. I've never felt less like myself. Just a sip, goddammit. I'll be up. I'm running in no time. I've never felt more like myself either. No. Oh my gosh, this is like, what is it? Frodo about to throw the ring into the, Mount Doom, and she's just like, what are you doing? No. I'm gonna keep it. Golly, things could go back to how they were. Together, we could do so much more, reach heights. Shut the fuck up, Renard. Just shut up for once. And he does. For once, he actually listens. I finally see you for who you are, and I'm just tired of your bullshit. I'm done letting you spew any more of it. You ungrateful cunt. You owe me. I owe you nothing. You've earned every bit of this yourself. And now... A distant radio crackle, and the sound of footsteps signal that the SAD has picked up my scent. Now you deal with the fallout. I slip the vial into my belt bag and start to walk. Feeling returns to my body, like it's made of lead, but I can move again. Don't you walk away from me, kid. I made you. Oh, he's pulling the I'm your creator bit. I keep walking. I don't dare look back. I can't bear to. Kali! I break into a full sprint. I just can't. I need to get out of here. Ooh, double cross the double cross. Manhattan. I get swept up by the crowd again. Oh god. My instincts are screaming in overdrive as a wildfire of pure, raw, unadulterated panic threatens to explode inside my head. 6. Then it hits me. Oh, this is new. Yeah, she's definitely Asian. Yeah. Watches anime and everything. The familiarity of this crowd, its rhythm, pulsing, moving as one, buzzing from every conceivable high, pulsating with anticipation, desire, ecstasy. This crowd is where I belong. 5. I literally came into the world this way. My mom gave birth to me in the middle of a desert rave, right in a goddamn public pool. Wait, what? My mom gave birth to me in the middle of a desert rave, right in a goddamn public pool. Damn, so her mom was one of those, was a rave chick. Okay. All my firsts happened in the heart of such a crowd. First deception, first puff of weed, first psychedelic journey, first true intimacy, first shady deal. It was in a crowd like this that I was embraced. 4. Fucking hell, Renard, why? Why in the... He had a knack for making everything seem within reach, for making me believe that this unlife of ours meant something, that I meant something. Was I nothing more than a tool in your hands? Did any truth ever escape your lips, or was it all lies? 3. I let the sea of bodies carry me, transform me, merging into the totality of sensations, a singular, overwhelming experience. And just like that, I'm back to myself. No more sad tales to worry about. If they were ever really onto me, I'm sure they got distracted by the decoy I dropped in Central Park. I feel like shit. But for the past week, pretty much everyone's been treating me like shit. And some have been at it way longer, just dressed up as care. Patrick, 2. It's the only now that I catch sight of the Times Square ball hanging right above me. The countdown's on, almost midnight. Welcome 2025, the year brimming with potential. Hey, it's 2025. The year for change. But what about you, my dear phony caitiff? That smile looks weird. It does. It's definitely a smile / laugh that you would kind of do to yourself when you just you're at your wit's end, about to snap. Will you change too, or will you remain obsessed with the belief that the answers lie somewhere beyond? That all you need is patience and diligence, and you'll be led to them in the end like a lost sheep? I truly hope you find your way back to reality. Maybe 1. Maybe then I'll track you down. You'll be all stiff and awkward, and I'll hassle you till your eyes roll from their sockets. And together, we'll work it all out. Let's go! Happy New Year. My ass. I finally break free from the crowd. A quick scan of the area shows no immediate threats, no sad, no hunters, no damn ivory tower in sight. I just realized this is Chinatown because of the lanterns and stuff. Good. I'm done with this city. Oh, is she gonna bail with the... Yeah, I got the RV. Time to roach. A week full of nightmares. In the everlasting game of survival, I got the vial, and Renard got his due. It's time to give New York City a middle finger and never look its way again. My memory of getting here is all foggy. I must have strayed off the path more than a few times because it's late as hell, with the sun all about to peek over the skyline. How much time do I have left? 20 minutes? Maybe 30 if I'm lucky. Finally, I round the corner of the parking lot where I left my RV. There's a surge of relief when I spot her tucked away in the shadows, still in one piece. But the shadows don't feel empty. Holly, we're not alone. Fucking hell, Patrick. Don't sneak up on me like that. If you're here just to... He's trying to act cool, slouching against my RV, but every line of his lanky body screams blood, wounds, agony, even if his face isn't showing it at all. In fact, it's totally blank in that familiar, almost comforting way, but something's off about his whole demeanor. The way he looks at me, the way he's standing there, as if he's not pouncing at me only because the pain's holding him back. My gut always goes nuts when I'm facing a real danger, and right now, I listen, so I come to a halt. What's wrong? Are you hurt? I'm fine. It seems that Sad has started hiring amateurs. Or they're just slipping up, as I'm sure you are well aware. I am well aware. How the hell does he know that? I just nod curtly and keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry about Renaud. I get that he was a flawed man who caused you more than enough suffering, but grief is rarely just black or white, is it? And while I never knew my own sire, I can sympathize. I'm truly sorry for your loss. You've been spying on me? He shrugs with one shoulder, a pathetic attempt at nonchalance. Knowing things is what I do. Knowledge is power, right? And on the topic of knowledge... He takes a step toward me, and I instinctively take one back, tensing up, ready to flee or fight. He stops, gazing at me with his big, empty eyes. Why don't you hand over the vial? So this is it, huh? I really am just a lone rogue. Holly versus the goddamn world. Okay. I'd laugh, but there's no joy left in me. Not even a trace of sarcasm. Oh man. Podrick is, oh boy. All this time, you lying sack of shit. I'm not your enemy, Kali. I just need the vial. Hand it over, please. In the end, survival's the game we play. Refuse. No, absolutely not. He sighs, raising his hand to pinch the bridge of his nose. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. I'm asking nicely. For now. I feel my hackles rise, bristling like thorns. And I'm refusing nicely. Fuck off, I'm not giving you anything. I hiss at him, back hunched and fangs bared, but curiosity killed the raven. Why? Why the hell are you doing this? To kiss the sheriff's ass? To put me in my place? Tell me. Yeah, the betrayal was not expected. I don't know. I mean, Podrick already kind of was, how can I say it? Betrayed her with the sheriff. He knew that they were using her as bait the whole time, and he just kind of went along with it. So he's already kind of got betrayal in his his resume. I told you, it's knowledge I'm after. To be more specific, I'm just a blind tool, remember? Kali. He struggles a bit, his voice hanging in the air. I told you about my Malkavian heritage. It has plagued me for as long as I can remember. That vial. That vial contains my heritage, not yours. That vial, more than anything, holds immense power. A force vast enough to either usher in our doom or unlock the gateway to uncharted possibilities. It all hinges on who claims it first. He hesitates, but seems too exhausted to keep up with his facade of secrets. Reacher is certain the blood will expand her mind. She assured me it would grant her unique insight into the nature of our kind, and in turn, the nature of my voice. Oh, Podrick's been working for Vitra. Dang, he's been working for every side. He is really a sneaky bastard. I stare at him, mouth agape. Are you fucking serious right now? He just nods, his expression unreadable. I don't even know where to start. You've been in cahoots with Richa the whole time. I thought... You made me think you were scared shitless of her. I am scared of her. I really am, but... Kali, I'm old. Far older than you. 4 times your age, at least. I survived the fall of London. I've witnessed the true extent of the eternal struggle. I've even learned to outsmart the conflicting voices in my head. But this one bizarre, distinct voice. I have to know why it still haunts me. I can't go on without answers. Vitra, she promised me that. I burst out laughing, fury and disbelief coursing through my veins. Oh, she promised you? Really? You absolute moron. Kali. I've never met her, not even once, and I'm 100% sure she's gonna fuck you over. How could she not? She fucks over everyone. He doesn't seem to hear me. You don't know her like I do. I have been in talks with her for months. She is reasonable, if strict. Stay on her good side, and she delivers on her promises. How can you be so naive? Has she actually come through on anything she's promised? Or has she just been stringing you along, using those promises as bait? He shakes his head, not in disagreement, but as if he wanted to dislodge my words from his ears. Just hand over the vial. Hattie, wake up. Your obsession's leading you right to your own pit of decay. What happened to your instincts? To all the voices that prophesied the future? Where are they now? When you're about to entrust Vitra with unimaginable power? Can't you see the end of the world in the making? What's wrong with you? Everything is wrong with me. The raw fury in his voice shocks me. I've never seen him so unhinged, eyes ablaze, fangs out, fingers curled into claws and ready for a fight. But just as quickly he regains his composure, shaking his head again and relaxing his hands. I'm going to ask you one last time. Please hand over the vial. I know the past few nights have been hell for you, through no fault of your own, and for what it's worth, I've grown to like you. I really don't want this to get ugly, but I need that vial, so hand it over, now. Alright, gotta go with the sass. You're so smart, you're so dumb for a smartass. You're smart, one of the smartest kindred I've ever met, but you're too stupid to see that I can't do that. I won't. I turn away from him and storm off toward the RV, but I don't get very far. Give me the vial. Suddenly, I'm no longer in control of my own body. My limbs are stiff, my head frozen in place, voice lost. I'm a marionette and my puppeteer has just pulled my strings taut. I turn against my own will, legs straining in protest, and step by step I walk towards Padre, who is looking at me steadily, one hand extended and fingers dancing subtly as if orchestrating my every move. And I can't stop. No matter how much I scream inside my head, urging my muscles to defy him, There's nothing I can do to break free from Podrick's indomitable will. I march right up to him and slowly reach into my belt bag with a trembling hand, and then it stops. Podrick pauses for a moment, his hand dropping towards his dice ring. He starts spinning it erratically with a distant look in his eyes, and though the invisible strings still tug at my limbs, I can feel them loosen with every damn spin. The moment his concentration wavers, I seize my chance. In that fleeting second of Podrick's hesitation, I grab the wooden stake he gave me upon the first night we met and drive it into his heart in one swift move. Okay. Okay, wasn't expecting that. He lets out a soft, startled sound and crumples onto the ground, unmoving. Only his eyes betray his consciousness, dazed, astonished, and absolutely terrified. I can't believe I feel sorry for him, the same jerk who pulled me along and pretended to care for nearly a week. Christ, I must be some kind of magnet for a very specific brand of asshole, proven twice over in just one night. Well, lesson learned. The worst part is, this isn't even your fault. Podrick can't respond, of course, but hell, I'm not even sure who I'm talking to, him or myself. I crouch down, head buried between my knees, desperately trying to choke back the panicking grief swelling up in me like a tide. Dawn is almost upon us. I can't just break down now. Damn it. I need to get out of here. I glance at Podrick, but quickly look away, seeing his eyes empty and soulless. I could remove the stake. Nobody deserves to burn alive, unable to do anything about it, but I just know he won't let up. My gut screams that the second I pull that stake out, he'll come at me again, stubborn as hell. And right now, my gut's the only thing I trust. Podrick lied to me over and over again. About his ring, his motives, his ties to Vritra. How can I trust him not to hurt me when he's just like everyone else? Maybe it's time I really start living like one of my kind, minding my own business instead of sticking my nose to others, even with the best of intentions. Damn. Okay. This got real dark super fast. Survival's the game we all play. But it's the sun that dictates the rules. So let's have the sun decide. I leave Podrick sprawled on the ground and hop into my RV. I start the engine, slam my foot on the gas. You gotta look out for yourself, Kali. No one else is gonna do it. You gotta look out for yourself. I chant the words over and over like a mantra as I drive away, leaving behind Podrick, the Camarilla, the Anarchs, the city, this whole fucking mess while the vial containing the blood of my most ancient of ancestors burns a hole in my belt bag. You gotta look out for yourself, Kali. But if I'm really just looking out for myself, why the hell do I feel so wrecked? This is my fucked up reckoning. Okay, that was, And nothing in the world can take it away. January 2025, Reckoning's End. Whoa, I wasn't expecting her to kill, Podrick. Maybe he's not dead, the sun hasn't come up yet. The vial rests in my palm, heavy with both promise and burden. The blood inside is dark, thick like syrup, and there seems to be a faint warmth to it. Or maybe that's just me making things up. I'm pretty good at that. I was taught by the best of the best, after all. It looks so harmless, so bland, so plain, so boring. The blood of an antediluvian, the progenitor of my entire dwindling clan. God, I can't even remember his name. Zapathasura. Right, that guy. I'm not even sure if Renard actually believed his own tales about saving our clan from extinction. What did he say again? The last time Zapathasura woke up, he almost wiped out all his descendants, and And that was just the start of the mayhem? Sounds like a load of crap, but I really don't know. Honestly, I feel like I don't know anything anymore. And yet, everyone's desperate to get their hands on this cursed thing. Aisling, Ritra, Renard, Podrick. Oh, Podrick, you brilliant idiot. What would he do if he was in my shoes? He'd probably hold on to it and launch into some long-winded rant about the importance of knowledge. What he actually did was, damn it, I'm really gonna miss that goofball. Or at least the version of him I knew before tonight. The version that never really existed. Ouch. Ugh. When did I become such a fragile mess? But this vial looks so fragile, just as fragile. I could just throw it away, watch the glass break and the blood splatter everywhere. Blood. Feed. Hunger. I guess I'll be like Podrick and hang on to you for a bit longer. It'll be our little secret. After all, I'm Ravnos, the rogue, the raven, the trickster. I am the secrets I keep. I thought she was going to drink it or something. Oh, okay. That was the end. Oh. Interesting. I see. Okay, yeah. That was man, a lot of things happened in the last day. It just kind of like the whole game kind of went to like wrapped up very quickly. All the plot points in like one day in game. Lots of betrayal. Jeez. Yeah, I guess wow. There's a lot of people working on this that worked on this game. I did not think there was going to be that many people working on this visual novel. You know, you would think it would just be like some artists and maybe like one or two programmers, and then what is it? Yeah, like writers and stuff. But yeah, there are a lot of people that worked on this game. Dear villagers. Poor Podrick. Yeah, I never would have thought like the stake from the first night would have been foreshadowing of that like Podrick saved Kali, then she'd use that same stake to kill Podrick. That was good foreshadowing. Hmm. I think I missed the first night. Oh, well. Oh, I think you were okay, yeah, night 2. Not too much happened in night 1. It was kind of yeah, it was just basically still doing a bunch of exposition and getting introduced to I guess yeah, the Camarilla and everything like that and the situation. Coteries. Coterie/shadows. What does that mean? That's their role? Coterie/shadows? Alright, I'm curious, what does coterie mean? That'd be a kind of cool job. What do you do for work? Oh, I'm a shadow. What is that? What does that entail? I don't know. It's just shadowy stuff. Seems like this was made in like Poland or something. And just based off all the names. Kisiluski. Yeah, I think this is Polish. These are Polish names. A lot of them are, but it seems to be just be a mix of Central and Central and Eastern Europe. Yeah, you normally don't want to tell people you do shady stuff. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm a shadow. Don't worry about. I do wonder, like, you just see the coteries, shadows over, like, what does this mean? What is this job title? It sounds so cool. I was a shadow at this game studio. Draw distance band. Okay, these are the musicians who made the soundtrack, which is pretty good. Production Famuli, Production Childer. Thank you for playing. Yeah. All right. Well, that one wrapped up pretty quickly. Can I like select chapter? Oh, so you can also replay as Podrick and see the story from his point of view. Okay, that's interesting. So the kind of game changes. The first playthrough, you only see Callie on the couch, and then after you unlock Podrick's playthrough, you see him on the couch. He really does kind of look like, you know, vampire Harry Potter without the glasses. Interesting. Kind of weird knowing he gets stabbed in the heart. There's no other option. All right. Well, with that, I think I am going to end the stream here and yeah, go to bed early. But this has been Zume playing Vampire Masquerade Reckoning of New York, and we finally finished it. One heck of a story. All right. See you guys.